Before, sorry, this is a prequel to the video, I forgot to mention, but before you use ayahuasca, make sure you check MAOI interactions, because Syrian rue, the MAOI plant in ayahuasca, interacts with so many drugs and herbs. So definitely check MAOI interactions. Make sure you are not taking anything dangerous with MAOI. If you have any questions about that, you can ask me and I will help you do the research. Very important. Hello, my little lovey bunnies. How are you today? So, I have discovered the right way to do ayahuasca for heart chakra healing, and seems like nobody knows about this method. It's very simple, way more simple and easier and nicer, and no vomiting, no nausea, and just no challenge, no ego challenge, just perfect peace and love from on high. Now, of course, if you haven't done your inner child self-love yet, then this could be painful if you have childhood trauma that you're trying to ignore. So I recommend that before you use this, you do some inner child self-love. So if your name is Joelle, like mine, you say, how are you doing, little Joelle? You picture your little child self, lovable little child self, and you just listen and you say, I'm here for you if you want to talk, and I love you. And you can even kiss yourself. And you may find that after a while, your inner child self feels safe enough to say hello, and there's a conversation. You can say, how are you doing? And they'll probably say, I'm hurt. You say, what's wrong? And they tell you what happened to them. And then you can reparent. You can explain, yes, I'm sorry, those people that did that, they didn't know about love. If they did know about love, they would have done it this way. But I love you. And you can also always know that you are love. And you're welcome to come and play whenever you like, and I will keep you safe. So this is the crux. This is the essence of healing, okay? Nothing else is going to heal you. This is it. Some people say they can't imagine loving their inner child because nobody ever loved them as a child. So I say, okay, just imagine somebody that you can love, first of all, maybe a little baby or your pet, whatever, and just focus on that love so much until you feel so much love that now you can focus that love on your inner child. Imagine when you were born, you're a baby, okay? You were lovable. Just imagine holding this baby in your arms. How lovable this baby is. Wouldn't you just love to give this baby love? Love for them to feel your love? Of course you would, right? So, anyway, even if the baby is crying, right, and you feel the baby's pain, you're here to give them love, not just to feel the pain, right? You can't be a parent if you're just feeling the pain of your child. You have to give them love. You have to help them. So, that's what you do with your inner child. Okay, so now that this is understood, I can show you how to do ayahuasca the right way for healing. So there's two main alkaloids that are in ayahuasca, DMT and NMT. Well, NMT is mainly in acacia confusa from Hawaii, not from Taiwan, because the stuff from Taiwan is from old dead trees. But NMT is the one that is really healing and loving and peaceful. DMT is much more telepathic and psychedelic and challenging, very challenging. So I used to do the DMT ayahuasca like everybody else until I discovered NMT ayahuasca. Okay, so here is how to reliably use acacia confusa from Hawaii and syrian rue. This is very, very super cheap and legal. You can get these ingredients legally. almost everywhere. Syrian rue, they sell it in Arabic grocery stores. They call it esfand or harmal. And you just have to grind it up in a spice grinder. And acacia confusa, you can get it from various places like naturalether.com, or I could send you some if I have some. If you want to get a large amount and you don't mind waiting a long time, you can get it from ecologicenterprises.com, directly from Hawaii. But they have a long lead time. So anyway, okay, so boop, boop, boop. Here's my scale here. You don't need a scale, actually. Okay, you kind of need a scale. But if you have a measuring teaspoon, you can use that as well. So this is 1/4 teaspoon, according to what it says. Now, let me get something to put on the... Now, one thing to know about how to use a scale, you wanna have the scale at 0 before you put the cap on, like to measure stuff on it. Why? It doesn't matter actually with these larger quantities of stuff, but with smaller stuff, it's important because the scale does not register anything until a certain amount is put on it. So it's better to just put the thing on, and the heavy thing on, and then you can record, okay, 4.056. Okay, so we're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of acacia confusa. And let's see how much this weighs. I already know, but 4.058, and now it says 4.976. Oh, okay. So it's about 900 milligrams in this 1/4 teaspoon scoop. So there you go. So that's a low dose. That's probably good for beginners. I would recommend for people that have a little more experience, they might want to try 1.5 grams of acacia confusa. I like 1.5 grams. 2 grams is, you're not going to be functional. Well, at least I'm not functional on 2 grams, but it can be very healing also. Okay. Put the 1.5 for me. Okay. There you go. So that's that. And then I'm going to put it into a cup of milk. I have raw milk, which I highly recommend getting raw A2 milk because regular factory milk is so toxic. Okay, and so put the milk in here. Oh, sorry. The milk is for the syrian rue. The cream is for the acacia confusa. Why? Because, so here's some cream. Unfortunately, it's not raw A2 cream, but anyway. So now, the cream, what it does, 2 things. It blocks nausea, and it insolubilizes, it coats the DMT in the bark so that it won't affect you, but it solubilizes the NMT so that it will affect you. So there you go. I put the acacia confusa in the cream, stir it really well. Make sure it's all stirred in. And these are cold, by the way, cold, because if it's hot, then it's going to taste worse. Confusa doesn't taste bad, but syrian rue is quite nasty. So here's my syrian rue that I ground up. And let me get the measuring teaspoon. So I have found that even with 1 gram of syrian rue, which is very low dose, most people are taking a lot more, I've found that even just 1 gram works. But, well, everybody's different, so you might want to even take 2 grams. If the 1 gram doesn't work, you can take 2 grams. The rue is hypnotic, so it's good in that it, if you have any fear, the rue can help to cancel the fear with hypnotism. Now, but what's even better for the hypnotic fear canceling effect is if you vape or smoke the rue, especially these husks of the rue when you grind it, or the whole rue seeds before you grind it. That's what you can vape or smoke for real amazing calming, gentle calming and love feeling. So you can do that once you start feeling the effects of the ayahuasca, or before, anytime. Actually, don't have to use ayahuasca to get the benefits of smoking or vaping rue seeds, and then that's how it was. These were Syrian rue is traditionally used in Arabic, Middle Eastern culture for warding off the evil eye, demons and stuff, and it really does work. I gotta say, it really works for that. Really quite amazingly well. Now, so here's the rue. Just stir it and drink, and you will barely taste anything. And then after you drink it, you can just drink a little milk to wash it down. And there you go. Very simple. Now, once you start feeling the rue, this is on an empty stomach, by the way. So once you start feeling the rue, for me, I feel it within minutes. Some people, it takes an hour. It depends on your digestion. Your digestion will work better if you have more acid in your stomach, so you might want to predose with some apple cider vinegar. Raw apple cider vinegar will help your digestion. But anyway, even some enzymes. You can take some enzymes if your digestion is not so great. Just check Amazon for, enzyme pills. Anyway, so there you go. That's rue milk. And then once you feel that, you take the confusa cream, and you can even add some milk. Now that it's creamy, the cream has already done its job. So now the milk should be able to just let it, so you can drink it quickly and easily without trying to eat something which will get stuck in your throat and kind of taste bad. So there you go. And yeah, I find this is extremely therapeutic, but especially if you use it therapeutically to do the inner child self-love work. And you can also use it therapeutically for, you will notice that when you're on the NMT and you're feeling this bliss and peace and love, that everybody around you will start feeling it. And people will come up to you on the street and they'll just say, like, hi. And they won't even know what to say. And they'll just be like in a trance, and they'll say, like, what's your name? And, this happened to me the other day. I was just like, small talk, And at the end of the little small talk, he was like, you just made my day. Thank you. I was like, okay, I didn't do anything, but yes, you're welcome. I love you. And, but the real thing is, if you want to do therapy with people, just help them to do the inner child self-love, and you will be amazingly helpful. I just helped a good friend of mine with this last night. He was like, wow, this is like the best thing ever, He wasn't on any drugs, didn't need any drugs, just feeling my vibe and listening and following directions to connect to his inner child. So anyway, there you go. You can be healed. It's not hard. It's actually very easy, and it's nice. It doesn't need to be painful. It should feel good. Healing should feel good. I love you. We are all love and peace. And release. Once you get done with all the inner child self-love and you're feeling really good and peaceful, then you can work on ending rebirth by realizing everything is just conditions. There's nobody here. Reality is not a unified experience. It's just every sound hears itself, every color sees itself, every flow knows itself. Infinite, simultaneous, perfect experiences, as Buddha explained in the Bahiya Sutta.